from all these different exchanges. Left leg forward. Now we're going lefty. Is he had enough of body lock? I think so. Oliveira's now getting in, short elbow, and now they break out. Now, why did Islam break out? I think, personally, there was some slight frustration right here because he didn't get what he wanted. He tried his koichigari, he tried his body lock. But once Oliveira got this position, this is a dangerous spot right here. He just took an elbow, and that frame is solid. Once Islam felt that the frame was solid, and you feel you're trying to pressure, you're a wrestler, you want to keep this guy against the fence, but you see Oliveira's frame is solid, you're in a dangerous territory. Maybe going in is no longer good for the wrestler. It might be time to exit, because when that right hand comes around, and look at it, nice knee by Oliveira, that right elbow missed because Islam didn't stay going in. And that's a wrestler mistake. Happens a lot. Islam, very intelligent. He can do it all. He backs out. Says, nah. I'm not taking that. We can go again. Maybe I'll get a better position. Front kick by Oliveira. He used this quite a bit. He tried it several times. But again, what I was happy about seeing, which I thought I would see, is Islam not being a dummy. Not just walking in. Notice the front kick, the teep. It tapped him, maybe kept him back a little bit, but it didn't do real damage. Again, you see a straight left. He didn't manage that distance. Islam's a little bit out of position. Threw the right hook on the way out, but he did a great job of keeping the hands up high. Not making mistakes. In and out. Now he's reminded, get back on your toes. Nice counter, straight left, right hook. How many times have we seen that? Straight left hand, right hook. And then what do we see next? We're going to see it again. Straight left hand, right hook again. Oliveira, inside leg. That is the open side. You're going to kick to the inside of Oliveira's left leg. When he's there, let's go back a little bit. Let's go back just a little bit. All right. Okay, so check this out. We're right here. We got the open side to the inside. You guys see that? So when you guys have that open side, not only is the kick to the head the one you're going to see the most, you're going to see the right kick to the head, but you're also going to see an inside leg kick a lot when you get this orthodox versus southpaw. Boom. Right there. Now Islam, see him reaching down? He's trying to kind of swipe that leg out of the way. Sometimes you can back up just enough and catch Oliveira's toes, and that can actually do damage to Oliveira and not Islam. But if he catches the meat, then it's kind of a good idea. So more of that open side we want to kick. Okay. Now as they're moving around, again, Islam not being stupid and standing in front of him. He's keeping the floating feet. He's feigning with his hand. Another straight left. And then a right hook to follow. Beautiful job. Using very simple combinations. And there's the high kick. Nice job by Oliveira blocking it. But, man, you don't want to just keep blocking those things. Okay? And then here we go. Let's see. At some point, Oliveira ends up getting a little frustrated. See, he's far away. He's not standing in front of him. Islam's doing a great job moving. And now, you see, after that exchange, Oliveira is like, man, I can't get a hold of this guy. I can't land. And then, boom, it happens. Guys, sometimes being unpredictable is a good thing. Doing stuff that is kind of wild is a good thing. You go out there, you hit a little, jump switch knee or a, switch kick. Look at this. He jumps. He throws the left knee, but it's more like a fake. So he can Karate Kid, throw the right kick. But then when he does it, because of your balance, your arms go out. And he reached out for him. He doesn't know if Islam is going to grab him, like Ben Askren and Masvidal, is the guy such a wrestler that he's just going to grab the second he sees you come at him? If Islam was that type of wrestler, maybe he would have ran into a knee, or a kick. So if you notice again, Oliveira's like kind of expecting, he's reaching, to grab on. So maybe he can either land the knee or land the kick. Maybe Islam will run into the knee. And then maybe when he lands, he can get a nice tie clinch. But what is Islam doing? It's his same combo he's been throwing the whole fight. He's throwing a straight left right now. And then what follows the straight left? You guys know. What follows the straight left? The right hook. And the hand is not up, it's down, and that drops him. Now, had this been a different opponent, had it been Justin Gaethje and Oliveira, Justin wouldn't have charged forward just like he did. He backed up to get him to stand back up, and then Oliveira can recover and continue. But it's Islam Makhachev, and he knows how to grapple. He rushes forward, deflects the up kicks, and passes the guard. And now, as you guys probably already know, finishes an arm triangle. Look at this. Pressure in the half guard. So much pressure. It caused Oliveira to panic, and he taps. Now, I wanted to bring this up because a lot of people are interested in what I think about this last position. I've spoke about things that maybe he could have done, stuff like that. Obviously, it's Islam Makhachev, so he's a tough dude. My first thoughts. How long do you guys think it took to choke Oliveira? See, a lot of people that say Islam has a crazy squeeze. He squeezed him and it was over like that, Let's really look at it. Let's count the seconds. It was a long choke. Watch this. At this point, I'm going to show you right where he connects his hands. Right here, he locks. And at this moment, Islam, if you can see his back, you can see his back muscles, you can see his right shoulder. He is squeezing the arm triangle. He's connected his palm to palm, and he is squeezing it at this moment. So this is where the choke starts. Let's count the seconds. I'm going to play it in real time. You can look at the timer on the screen. We're at 1:54. How long does it take? 1:53, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and he's tapping at 9 seconds, you guys. 9 seconds. 8 minimum. It was 8 minimum. Let's get all the way back here. Let me get this back a little quicker. Okay. Minimum, it was 8 seconds. So when you guys think about it, it takes about 3 seconds. So right here, the grip is now made. Okay? The grip is made. You're in half guard. What are you going to do? You have Islam Makhachev on top of you. It's really tough. This guy's strong. He's good at arm triangles. He's got a crazy squeeze. He's in half guard. I mentioned this before when I did my live. Possibly a lockdown could have saved him at this point. If you know how to put in the lockdown, you take your legs, you go outside leg first, inside leg second, and you weave it under the ankle. If you can get a lockdown, you can stretch. And what that does is it keeps Islam off of him, just for enough gap to breathe a little bit so you can get your right arm back to the other side of the head. Now, I also want you guys to see something that I noticed just a second ago. Look at this picture right here. Whoops, let me go back just a tad. Went too much. Notice how far Islam is up on Oliveira. Look at the knee. Look at the hip. Look at the bent elbow by Oliveira. These hips are way up high. In other words, your half guard is not doing what it needs to do. A guard of any sort, when a force or an attack is coming at you, the power of the guard is to keep your opponent's hips and pressure off of you so they can't finish. This is why in a basic setting, when a person puts a forearm in your neck and you have the guard, you can survive it because your guard keeps your opponent's weight off of you, which is much harder to do when he's mounted on top of you. When it's half guard, you're at the halfway point, but you've got to keep this guy off of you. And what I'm trying to say is, look at how far Islam is already invaded. He's coming through. That means that Oliveira's half guard is not activated in any sort of way. In other words, it's really not there. Your half guard is not being used as a defensive purpose at this moment. I think that Oliveira at this moment, probably a little loopy, probably just, hanging out to try to survive. Sometimes you let a guy squeeze and you're like, you're not going to finish me. I'll just hang out here, let you burn some muscle, and then I'll get out when I really need to get out. Well, as we move forward, that's where Oliveira let go of the leg and attempted a strong bridge to the left. His bridge wasn't very strong. It looks like he might make it as I freeze frame, but once he felt the squeeze, he came back and gave up. And that was it. So, I will say this. If Oliveira was a wrestler, I know he's trained and I know he's world champ and I know all that, but what I'm trying to say is what I truly believe. If Islam was choking Islam, I think the Islam on the bottom would have made that bridge escape work. The bridge escape is rarely shown as a defense. I think I've shown it on my videos. I'm not sure. I teach my students all the time. But I do believe that it would have been possible to bridge out. I think it would require a wrestler's bridge. A wrestler bridges off their back their whole lives. That's what we do in wrestling. We fight off our back. And I think that Oliveira needed a little more than what he had. And I was actually somewhat disappointed in Charles being only the second round. I feel like he didn't have enough in the tank, and nice respect here at the end. That was nice to see. But going back, seeing some of the highlights, look at that straight left, right hook. That was the theme for striking for Islam. Avoids those up kicks. See that? Avoids the up kicks and runs to the side immediately. Not dumb. Doesn't sit in the guard. Again, right here, he had his hands up, worried about getting hit. Maybe he was loopy, but putting your hands up like that allows the arm triangle position. Let's see just one last thing. Let's just look at that last situation. Did you guys see from this angle something a little different that maybe we didn't see on the other angles? I just did. Let's watch this again right here. As we go back, it's going to change angle. Watch this. Look at that. Look at how far that right elbow of Oliveira opens. Before the lock is made. You guys see what I'm seeing? The lock hasn't been made yet. What should you be doing if you're Oliveira? You need to make sure that your elbow stays as open as possible. There's no lock yet. If Oliveira really, really wanted to, if his only goal in life was survival from an arm triangle, if he took this threat serious, at this moment, he could have looked to the right and bridged to the right and kept that arm triangle from being closed. It might have meant getting mounted. It might. If you bridge, you could get mounted, but he could have possibly avoided at this point. But instead, he kind of moves his right elbow, and as it's fading, you see that as it's fading, he's moving his right elbow actually into position. And turned out to be a huge mistake. let him lock it up. Again, that transition was not timed in line. So anyway, wonderful fight. Islam Makhachev, amazing fighter, amazing champion. Really exciting to see him and Khabib. They've been working for so many years together as training partners. Congratulations to their team. You know, he would have made Khabib's father very, very proud. And man, it was an amazing fight, exciting as hell. And, you know, credit to both guys, you know, but Islam was definitely the better fighter. All right, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this breakdown. And comment down below if you guys would love to see more of these breakdowns. I know that, you know, Dana White, I'm sure you enjoyed that. You know, Joe Rogan, hope you enjoyed it. Chael, you know, shout out to Chael. I know you enjoyed it. All right, guys, comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. And I'll see you guys next time with more great stuff.